Hello students, today we will discuss the next part of the states of matter, and in this we will discuss first of all kinetic theory of gases and then derivation between the average kinetic energy and the absolute temperature, and after that Maxwell-Boltzmann distribution of molecular speeds. So first of all we will discuss kinetic theory of gases. Now, kinetic theory of gases, it has various assumptions. First assumption is that every gas is made up of very small particles, that is molecules. Every gas is made up of very small particles, that is molecules. Right? Second assumption is that the force of attraction between the gas molecules is negligible. The force of attraction between the gas molecules is negligible. Right? And next is that the actual volume of the gas molecules is negligible with respect to total volume of the gas. The actual volume of gas molecules is negligible with respect to total volume of the gas. Total volume of the gas. Now this third assumption is little bit confusing, that we are saying actual volume gas molecules is negligible with respect to total volume gas. Now what is difference between actual volume of gas molecules and total volume gas molecules? That is gas. Total volume means suppose in a container we have a gas. And we know that there are, in the gas, the molecules are very far away from each other, right? So in this container, you can take any container, right? So gas molecules are very far away from each other. So when we talk about the total volume of gas, so this total volume includes the volume of space between the gas molecules. This also includes the volume of space between the gas molecules. That is total volume. This is the total volume. Now what is actual volume? Actual volume of gas molecules means if we combine these gas molecules at a point, right? Then if we calculate the volumes of all these molecules, that is known as actual volume. So this actual volume of gas molecules is negligible with respect to total volume of the gas. Now next is fourth assumption, that is effect of gravity on the gas molecules is negligible. Effect of gravity on the gas molecules is negligible, right? Fifth point, that the gas molecules move randomly in different directions with different speeds or velocities. Gas molecules move in different directions with different speeds or velocity. With different velocities. And these gas molecules collide with each other while they are moving in different directions. Now the pressure of gas molecules. Next point. The pressure of gas molecules is due to the position of gas molecules on the wall of the container. the pressure of gas is due to bombardment, or you can say collision, of gas molecules on the wall of the container. Next point is that gas molecules are considered as perfectly elastic hard sphere. You have to say perfectly hard elastic spheres. So this is the next point, that the gas molecules are perfectly elastic hard spheres, so that no energy is wasted when they collide with each other, or with the wall of the container, and with the wall of the container, right? Now next point is that the average kinetic energy of gas molecule is directly proportional to its temperature. This is the last point. Average kinetic energy of gas molecules is directly proportional to its temperature, right? So these are the various assumptions of kinetic theory of gases. Now we discuss kinetic gas equation, and after that we will discuss derivation, right? So kinetic gas equation is given by PV is equal to 1 by 3 mnu square. This is known as kinetic gas equation, and we have to remember it, and there is no derivation in your syllabus of this equation, right? So what is P here? P here is pressure of the gas, and V is volume of the gas, and then M is mass of each molecule of the gas, and N is here total number of molecules of gas, and U. What is U? U is a root mean square velocity. Of gas molecules, or you can say speed. In place of velocity, you can say speed, that is root mean square speed. So what is the formula of U, right? So the formula of U is square root of means of squares of velocity, that is n1 v1 square plus n2 v2 square plus n3 v3 square plus so on, divided by n1 plus n2 plus n3. So it can be defined as, that is root mean square velocity, it can be defined as, it is the square root of the mean of squares of velocity or speeds of the gas molecules, right? Where n1, n2, n3, these are the number of molecules having speeds or velocity v1, v2, v3 respectively. So this is about root mean square velocity. Now we can rearrange this equation. That is, we can write it like this: PV is equal to 1 by 3. Now m into n, this gives capital N. That is, capital N is what? This is the molecular mass of the gas. M is equal to, because you can here write, because n is equal to m into n. That is, if n is Avogadro's number of atoms, right? Or if we multiply it by mass of each atom, then it gives atomic mass. And if n is Avogadro's number of molecules, Avogadro's number of molecules means, what is the Avogadro's number? That is 6.022 into 10 raised to power 23. This is known as Avogadro's number. So if it is multiplied with the mass of each gas, then this gives molecular mass of the gas, right? Now take u this side, that is u square, and multiply 3 this side, 3pv, and then take m this side. So you can do like this: multiply 3 this side and take m below this. So this is equal to u square. Now take square this side, so this will become square root of 3pv upon m. Now for 1 mole of ideal gas, for 1 mole of ideal gas, or you can say for 1 mole of gas, ideal gas equation is given by PV is equal to RT, because here we have kept the value of n is equal to 1. The equation is PV is equal to nRT, and if n is 1, that is n is 1 mole, then this becomes PV is equal to RT. Now placing the value of PV in the above equation, this will become U is equal to under root 3 RT upon n. So this is the formula of root mean square velocity. That is another formula of root mean square velocity. Right? Now we will discuss the derivation. That is derivation between the average kinetic energy and absolute temperature. The relationship between, that is derivation of relationship between average kinetic energy and absolute temperature, or you can simply write temperature. Right? Now start the derivation. First of all, right, we know that kinetic gas equation. Kinetic gas equation is given by PV is equal to 1 by 3 m and u square, right? And then m into n gives capital N. M into n, it gives capital N. Here you can write, because capital N is equal to m into n. Now multiplying and dividing the right side of equation by 2. Multiplying and dividing, right? So multiplying and dividing the right hand side equation by 2. This equation will become like this, right? Now this is equivalent to half mv square, and half mv square we know that it is equal to kinetic energy. So here you can write 2 by 3 into kinetic energy, and here you can write, because kinetic energy is equal to half mv square, yeah, or you can write half mv square. So here we have to derive the derivation between kinetic energy and absolute temperature. So take kinetic energy on one side and 2 by 3 this side, that is PV. You can take 3 here and 2 here. So you can write it like this: 3 by 2 PV is equal to kinetic energy. Now for 1 mole of ideal gas, we know that PV is equal to RT, right? So I will write here now. For 1 mole of ideal gas, because for L is equal to 1, that is for 1 mole of ideal gas, PV is equal to RT. Now putting the value of PV in this equation, we can write kinetic energy is equal to 3 by 2 RT, right? Now this is the kinetic energy for 1 mole of gas. Now if you want to calculate kinetic energy for a molecule, so then we have to divide this equation by Avogadro's number. And when you divide this equation by Avogadro number is denoted by N0, or we can simply write N here, to T. So this then will become average kinetic energy, and average kinetic energy written by putting a bar over kinetic energy. So this is now average kinetic energy, and R upon N naught, that is Avogadro constant, is a constant, and we know that R is also a constant. So this will give rise to another constant which is known as Boltzmann constant, and the Boltzmann constant is written by K. P by 2, that is small k, into T, where K is Boltzmann constant, right? And if we solve the value of K by putting the value of R and putting the value of N naught, it comes out to be 1.38 into 10 raised to power minus 23. Now from this equation it is clear that this is constant, so we can write that average kinetic energy is directly proportional to temperature. So this is the derivation of relationship between average kinetic energy and temperature. Now we have already studied the root mean square velocity. Then what is average velocity or average speed of gas molecules? The average speed of gas molecules is given by the formula average speed, or you can say average velocity of gas molecules, or you can simply write gas here. So this is equal to N1 V1 plus N2 V2 plus N3 V3 divided by N1 plus N2 plus N3 plus so on, and here also so on. So this is known as average speed, and this is related by C bar. Root mean square velocity is related by C. It is related by C bar, right? And it is also given by another formula, that is under root 8 RT upon pi n, right? This is another formula of average speed, that is average velocity of gas molecules. Now we will discuss Maxwell-Boltzmann distribution of molecular speeds. Maxwell-Boltzmann distribution of molecular speeds. Maxwell-Boltzmann distribution of molecular speeds. Right? Now this is what? This is simply a graph between fraction of molecules, that is, this is a graph between fraction of molecules versus their corresponding speeds or velocity. So what type of graph is obtained? The graph is obtained is of this type, right? and this is known as Maxwell-Boltzmann distribution of molecular speeds. Now, this peak, the peak of this graph represents the speed possessed by maximum fraction of molecules. The peak of this graph represents the speeds possessed by maximum fraction of molecule, and then this speed is known as most probable speed. You will write here, this is most probable speed, and it is related by C star. And C star, it is given by a formula. C star is equal to under root 2 RT upon M. So we can say that C star is inversely proportional to molecular mass, and it is directly proportional to temperature. So if we increase the temperature, then what will happen? The value of C star will increase. Suppose if we increase the temperature, then what type of graph will be obtained? Then this type of graph will be obtained. Right? So when we increase the temperature, C star should increase. You can see now that C star, that is the value of this C star, has increased. So this second curve is posed at T2 and this first curve is posed at T1 temperature. So here we can write T2 is greater than T1. Now if we discuss that if molecular mass of gas is more, then its C star will be less. Now suppose this is the second graph is for chlorine gas, right? And you write here nitrogen gas. The second graph is for chlorine gas and this first graph is for chlorine gas. Right? Now nitrogen, atomic number 14. For N2 it will be 28. And the atomic number of chlorine is 35.5 and for Cl2 it will be 71. So chlorine has more molecular mass than nitrogen. So for chlorine the C star should be less. So you can see that for chlorine the C star is less, and for nitrogen C star is larger. So this is about the C star, that is most probable speed, and Maxwell-Boltzmann distribution of molecular speeds. Now we will compare C, C bar and C star. What is C? That is root mean square velocity. And what is C bar? That is average molecular speeds. And what is C star? That is most probable speed. So we will compare this. So C is given by under root 3 RT upon M, and C bar it is given by under root 8 RT upon pi M, right? And then C star it is given by under root 2 RT upon M. Now calculate the ratio between these different types of speeds, that is C ratio C bar and ratio C star, right? So you can write under root 3 RT upon M ratio under root 8 RT upon pi M is 2 RT upon M. Now cancel RT by M by RT by M, RT by M. Now what is left? So here you can write under root 3, then under root 8 by pi, and here under root 2. Now what is the value of under root 3? 1.732, and its value come out 1.6. And what is the value of under root 2? 1.414. Now you can calculate simplest ratio. So we will be able to know that this is largest and this is the least. So if you calculate the simplest ratio, this will come out 1.2, this will come out 1.1, and this will come out 1. So this is again clear from the simplest ratio that C, that is root mean square speed, it is largest, right? And C star is the least among these three different types of speeds. So this is about these topics. Next topic will be discussed in the next video. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.